So what Isabel will be feeling while we're using the laser handpiece is some intense tingling and warmth occurring on the skin. What this is doing is shock therapy to the skin cells. It's shocking them into producing more collagen and more elastin into the skin, and over time this creates a tightening and tautening effect on the skin. Which, when you've had a course of them, by the end the skin will keep producing collagen for up to 8 weeks after just one facial anyway. So if you're having a course, this is the best way to get the results. A little bit of purple. Okay, lovely. What I'll do is just a couple of static ones around the eye. I'll only do a couple at a time though. So I'm going to do a couple just next to the eye. It's always a little bit more delicate around the eye area just because of how much thinner the skin is. And then we're on to the forehead, so straightforward for me, that's lovely. I'm just going to do a couple of gliding moves. And we work on the nose area. Again, it's a very small area, so we don't do too many shots because of the heat build-up. Start on this side of the nose as well. Going to do 2 static shots on top and bottom lip. Okay, and so the other side, perfect. And then to move on to the next section, we need to remove the gel that's on the skin. So I'm just going to scrape off as much as possible and then give a quick cleanse over at the end. It's very, very normal for the skin to be a little bit on the pinker or even red side at this point, just from the heat that's been delivered to the skin. The majority of the time, if a client does flinch, it's normally from the light itself, just the shock of the light. Okay, so it's going to feel a little bit strange, isn't it? This will feel quite cool. Now what's lovely about this treatment is if the skin is feeling quite stimulated at this point, and it can do, just a little bit of tingling from just blood flow being stimulated to the skin, or even just the warmth from the laser, this mask is lovely. It's a little bit of recovery time. So this is collagen in a lovely jelly form, and this sits on the skin and just soothes. It's got a beautiful smell of rose where it's been soaking in a rose water serum. So the moment it sits on the skin, it starts this soothing and cooling and nourishing effect. The whole area that we've treated is covered in the gel, and it can start having this nourishing effect on the skin. So everything is focused on the anti-aging, the plumping, the stimulation of collagen and elastin in the skin. It also works, as I said, on pigmentation. If you have a consultation with your therapist first, you can speak to them about which areas you are more focused on. If it is a pigmentation area, we can work on that a little bit longer. And when it comes to thread veins, we can also work on those as well. They can actually be booked as separate treatments though, if you're only interested in working on those. This, as a facial, just kind of covers a bit of everything. And it's very results driven. And Isabel has seen some lovely results from it in the past, which is nice. Okay, so while that's soothing Isabel's face, I'm going to rub a bit of serum into the throat area, because in these packets we have a lot of serum. Okay, so we've come to the end of the cooking time that the mask stays on the skin. Isabel's skin has been loving all the nutrients from this mask. So the majority of it will have soaked in by now. So we take the remaining collagen off, and whatever's left on the skin, which isn't a massive amount, we just push into the skin a little bit further. And at this point, if the skin was feeling at all irritated or stimulated or a little bit on the warm side, it should feel a lot cooler and soothed at this point. And then we do a final tone all over the skin. So keep eyes closed for me as well. And toning the skin closes all those pores up, so that all the nutrients that you've just pressed into the skin have a chance to actually be locked in. Okay, and then we're going to finish with multivitamin Power Firm eye serum, which I always pop a little bit around the lip as well, because it's designed for thinner areas of skin, and around the eye and lip are the first two areas that you ever spot a little bit of premature aging. I love the smell of this one as well. It smells like cherries. Nice. Then we are going to use the skin smoothing cream from Dermalogica, as Isabel's skin is on the normal to combination skin type. So that's going to need lots of hydration, but not a really oily based one. That's more for drier skins. And after every SSR facial, your therapist should always send the client out with a minimum of SPF 50 on the skin, just to protect everything. I don't recommend going out and doing anything like sunbeds or sunbathing after having this treatment, purely because it's a counterproductive kind of treatment on the skin. You need to look after it. So once you've had this treatment, ideally you want to rest for the rest of the day, she says, and not be getting too overly sweaty. You don't want to stimulate the sweat glands too much because you're going to be excreting all the nourishing goodness that we've just pressed into the skin. Needs to have time to work, basically. So we say to not do anything too hectic and chaotic, and not to avoid sunlight altogether, because this is why we put the SPF 50 on, but to just be careful in the sun. If you know you're going to be outside for a long period of time, make sure that you've got extra SPF 50 if you can, and also to just stay in the shade, ideally for about 24 hours after the facial. And then we can put the SPF 50 on. And if Isabel was doing the course of laser treatments, ideally we would want to see her again in the same week or a week later to get the best results. So twice a week or once weekly on your courses is the best way to get the most effective results. And then once you've done your course, as I said before, the skin will continue producing that collagen for up to 8 weeks after. Skin should be feeling really nice and soft and pliable at the moment. And she's ready to start the day. Nice way to start the day with facial, isn't it?